Peter Crouch believes that Nicholas Jackson does not have the qualities to become Chelsea's first-choice striker after seeing his latest performance. Chelsea's disappointment at Stamford Bridge continues after suffering a 2-0 home defeat against Brentford in the Premier League. Nicholas Jackson was recalled to the starting lineup against Brentford to lead the line, but once again, he couldn't find the killer touch in the opposition's penalty box. The 22-year-old striker finally saw his game fail. Pundit Peter Crouch is not convinced the Senegal international is good enough for Chelsea moving forward. Nicholas Jackson, let's be honest, this isn't going to be a long-term answer. He does a lot of great work outside the box, but will he give you 15-20 goals? I don't think so, Crouch told TNT Sports. A recent report from the Daily Mail called Jackson one of the Premier League's worst signings this summer. Chelsea think that the striker has something to offer this squad in the future, but it cannot be denied that the club may need to invest more money to bring in a world-class number 9. Feyenoord have put a €100 million price tag on the 22-year-old Chelsea and Real Madrid target. The 22-year-old has been prolific since arriving in the Eredivisie from Mexico last year, scoring 38 goals in all competitions. After helping Feyenoord win the Dutch league title last season, Gimenez has scored 15 goals in just 12 appearances this season. His outstanding performances have caught the attention of Chelsea and Los Blancos, who both need reinforcements up front. However, Feyenoord will not let their prized assets slip away. And in this case, they appear intent on holding out for a record-breaking €100 million for the Mexican. Although it is a big move to leave the Eredivisie, this figure may not deter Chelsea considering their huge outlay under Todd Boehly, who has spent more than £1 billion on transfers. Gimenez offers what the Blues' floundering attack has been lacking, an instinctive penalty box predator. Mauricio Pochettino's young side have struggled in the penalty box this season, managing just 5 goals in their first 6 Premier League games. At 22 years old, Gimenez represents a tantalizing combination of elite scoring pedigree and long-term potential. Mexican star Santiago Gimenez could provide a solution to the Blues' goal-scoring problem. The Real Madrid superstar could join a Premier League club. Kroos has been a starter at Real Madrid for many years, but currently he appears to be lagging behind the likes of Jude Bellingham, Eduardo Camavinga, Fede Valverde and Aurelien Tchouameni in the midfield pecking order. Kroos signed a 1-year extension with Real Madrid to continue at Santiago Bernabeu this season. While there is speculation that he will retire after this season, it seems a move to the Premier League in the future is also not out of the question. As reported by The Sun, Kroos is exploring the possibility of ending his career in England if he fails to get a contract extension at Real Madrid. The German midfielder's representatives will represent Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, and both Manchester clubs. Kroos has enjoyed much success in both Germany and Spain. Now, could he move to England and face a different challenge at the end of his career? Time will tell. Clubs like Manchester United and Chelsea can definitely recruit players like Kroos now. They have struggled this season and need a player with the German's experience in midfield, not only because of his ability on the pitch, but also off it. Chelsea will target a centre-back as a priority with a number of options presented to these clubs. Fabrizio Romano insists Chelsea will target a new centre-back in January. The need comes after some poor performances this season and the need to add quality players to their backline. Chelsea made several changes to their squad during the close season and spent a lot of money on young players. After their first 10 games of the season in the Premier League, it is clear that veteran Thiago Silva and young academy star Levi Colwill have formed a partnership for a central role. The likes of Benoit Badiashile, Trevoh Chalobah and Disasi are all backups to the pair. However, Mauricio Pochettino is still not sure about the quality available, so Fabrizio Romano commented on their need for a central defender. Based on their recently implemented transfer policy, the club will probably be looking for young players, ready to develop into first-team stars in the future. Coincidentally, they have been linked with LOSC Lille teenager Lenny Yoro, who is considered a new talent, having broken into their first team. There is also a similar link with Alessandro Bastoni, but signing the Italian would have complications and be expensive. It's one thing for Chelsea to need a new centre-back, but they already have a capable backline. This idea may be well received if they manage to sell Chalobah in January, which may be their plan heading into the next window. Chelsea will now try and convince the £8 million talent to join Pochettino rather than Guardiola. Manchester City now face a hijacking attempt with Chelsea rivaling them for Boca Juniors ace Valentin Barco. 90 Min claim that Chelsea have now stepped up their pursuit of Barco in the hope of beating Manchester City to his signature. It has been stated that City are favourites to sign Barco as time goes by. However, Chelsea are preparing a real effort to try to change Barco's mind and bring him to West London. The report claims that Barco has an £8 million release clause in his contract, with Boca so far failing to agree a new deal that removes the clause. Barco and Boca are not keen to discuss transfers before the Copa Libertadores final against Fluminense next weekend. Barco is a very talented young left-back, and he has bagged 1 goal and 3 assists in Boca's 30 games. Chelsea's move means spending more money on the left-hand position following the signings of Ben Chilwell and Marc Cucurella in recent years. Maybe Barco will be a player of the future, a player who was even loaned to Strasbourg to play for the first team. But if Chelsea sign a young left-back, they will certainly push Ian Maatsen one step closer to the exit door. The Dutch player has rarely appeared this season despite shining on loan at Burnley last season. City are known to be interested in Maatsen, so they could sign him if Chelsea win the race for Barco. Mauricio Pochettino says Chelsea must rebuild trust among their fans if they are to reverse a woeful home form that has seen them win just one of their last 13 Premier League games at Stamford Bridge. Saturday's 2-0 defeat to Brentford was their 3rd home defeat in 6 seasons and saw them return to the habit of hesitation and goal scoring that has characterized owner Todd Boehly's 18-month reign. Overall, there have been just 3 home wins in the league in 2023, with the team failing to score 10 times in all competitions. The key is to create a good atmosphere, said Pochettino. I think you have to be on the right track with the fans, with the team. Teams need to translate the idea to fans that they can trust them. I think it takes time. We have a lot of talented players, but they are still very young. I'm not talking about the mentality of the club or the badge, because Chelsea is all about winning and a strong winning mentality. The team is still young, and we have to match this level of capacity to always compete in the best conditions. We can talk about Cole Palmer arriving at the last moment of the transfer window and showing character, taking responsibility to take the penalty. It's always about getting a good balance. Pochettino had 10 first-team players unavailable from the start against Brentford, with the in-form Mykhailo Mudryk and Enzo Fernandez joining the lengthy injury list before kickoff with minor knocks. Reece James is only fit for a 2nd successive game for a cameo on the bench, while Ben Chilwell is also absent.